Nation, Sanbunan Bafetu. Welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, on today's video, guys, it's not update, but it's something that I feel like we do need to talk about. And I have to give credit to Soccer Beat, if you know Soccer Beat. As much as you guys might think, Cameroon, QB, Bilo, all those other publications, overthinking football, all of those other YouTube channels, Bonko, Bonkosi, all of those other YouTube channels, you might think, Tabachita, we do not know each other or we do not, support each other, but honestly speaking, we do, and we tend to go through everything, you understand? So naming corner, certain channels where I'm like, okay, I'm listening to this and look, same as you guys, as you are watching QB, you're watching Cameroon, you're watching Mpilo, you're watching, the overthinking football, you're watching Soccer Beat, you're watching Usbonko, PKS. I think currently is busy on PKS. There's a lot more where people just go and find information in terms of the club, and also just to listen to opinions of people speaking in certain things. Now, there's something that I have to say. Thank you so much to Soccer Beat for doing this, and Nabo, they do they do watch other channels as much as we also watch their channels. So thank you so much for the interview with Edmondson Dove, but there's something that I want us to quickly touch on, which is I feel like it's something that currently I fear that Kaizer just might not do. The reason why is because looking at the interview, guys, I watched the entire thing because obviously I was interested to see how far is Edmondson Dove in his career and what are the things that he have learned from Kaizer Chiefs going to the club that is currently playing at. He spoke about a lot of things, training yake, training psugu, ngapa language, barrier, certain things that he did discuss. But the one thing that I'm looking to discuss with you right now is Indaba, your coach. Now, recently we've had a bit of a problem when it comes to the coaching job. There's problems that we saw as fans, because we as true fans, we look at the situation not just, people say don't look at the situation emotionally, but let's be honest, you don't see certain things if you're not looking emotionally. You need to look emotionally so that you can be able to see it. Okay, Mara, this is happening because of this, and it should not be like this. So they spoke about certain things. Obviously the one that I'm interested in is Indaba, coach. As I've said, we've had a few problems. We've noticed disciplinary issues from the players, certain things that we felt like, okay, definitely this shows that there's no coach who is in charge at the club, which we felt like that was the case. And for me, I still do feel like that. Yes, so far we are trying to get back to our senses. We are trying to do this and this and that. But few things that Edmondson Dove did say, I've just noted them down. He did talk about the coach Nasreddine Nabi Kaizer. He was like a father figure, to be honest with you. Yes, he did not mention this correctly, but he was sort of like a father figure, and he started to compare him with Benni McCarthy. Now remember, he played under Benni, and currently Benni McCarthy is a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. So him and Coach Nasreddine Nabi have some similarities. Why am I saying this? Well, looking at the certain things, we are Benni McCarthy is someone who doesn't shy away from the truth. He speaks his mind, openly. He doesn't just wait for certain things to say, okay, after you have come down or anything. No, they just speak the way it is. So who do we know who used to be like that at Kaizer Chiefs? Started as Coach Nasreddine Nabi. We knew he was even called Baba Nabi. It was not just for show or anything. It was because he was like a father figure to most of the Kaizer Chiefs players that are currently there. So losing him, I do believe that it did affect them mentally, and also it was something that I felt like they do not understand, because Now you have someone, and then the next time you don't have anyone. But then, as they are players, they understand that they need to continue with their job despite the bond or the relationship that has been broken. So those are the kind of things that we saw, Tina. Oh no, currently abajita to the players are not looking like they have that bond that they used to have. Remember with Nabi, they used to I don't know what to expose Leon Dabo, but we know they used to sit together at the table, he forced to be in a relationship together. It was, you could tell definitely what he was trying to build something bigger than just, players. As much as he came out in public and said there are certain players that should have not been signed by Kaizer Chiefs, it didn't mean that he did not want any of the players there. He used all those players that were there. And with that being said, he wanted the best from the players. He wanted the good performance from the players. So that's why he was not afraid to tell you exactly what time we are better. What you're doing is not what I want, and I want you to fix this problem so that we can get back to it. So Uyamuzwa, if you haven't watched the interview, we actually admitted of what Coach Nasreddine Nabi was obsessed with perfection. He wanted certain things to be done a certain way, but ngendlela afuna ngayo. So that is something that shows what he's a leader, leadership qualities, and definitely you as followers need to follow because he is the leader. At the end of the day, we always talk about this. No one is bigger than the club, but then when there's a leader, those people need to follow the leader. So that is something that I feel like currently it's not there. We all feel like it's not there. Yes, we are playing and we are winning, but we are not too confident is the next game that we're going to play, are we going to win or anything like that. I understand that there's a lot of hope because we've just won against the Durban City. We are playing against Makesi on the 21st, which will be this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, or 6. And we have hope. We have hope so Kaizer Chiefs will try and win that game. But truly speaking, now I do have a problem with a coach like Benni McCarthy. Why do I say I do have a problem? Well, looking at the entire situation and what Udove has just, revealed or exposed about Kaizer Chiefs. Oh, no, not Kaizer Chiefs, Coach Nabi. Him and Benni McCarthy have a lot of similarities. So for me, I feel like that is a big problem. Why? Because now Kaizer Chiefs might be hesitant to sign him. Why? Because they know he's gonna do the same thing that was being done by Coach Nasreddine Nabi, despite football things. But those things of saying, Oti, this is what I want, this is what you do not need from the club. Those are the things that I feel like, okay, definitely Kaizer Chiefs might say, okay, this is not what we want because already we've had someone like this. So I feel like chances of us getting Benni McCarthy at the end of the season as the new head coach, yeah, they're going down the train because, as I've said or as I've mentioned, Kaizer Chiefs is a team that loves to do things a certain way. They want to do things ngendlela bafisa ngayo, which I think at the end of the day, as supporters, we have to accept and respect that because they are the ones who are running the club. But it's not what we want, to be honest. We want perfection. We want the finer details to be ironed out and be like, okay, definitely this is what we want and it's happening. We understand. And also, it's not because in Desi Funayo, but it does look like it's the right thing to do, especially for the club. So with that being said, Bafetu, I just wanted you to let you know, Oguti, chances of us getting Benni McCarthy, I think we need to cancel him on the list. Yes, we are hopeful, but yeah, as I'm seeing things right now, it doesn't look like we might get Coach Benni McCarthy. As much as a lot of fans, a lot of us would have loved to have him on the club, but it's not gonna happen the way things are. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Maybe Kaizer just might wake up tomorrow and say, nah, no, what? We've changed our mind. And despite that, remember, Kaizer Mtaung Jr. did say, currently they do have someone So we are still waiting. We are anticipating who could that person be. There've been been linked with Fernando de Cruz, this new coach ngamazi kahle, but he's a former Al Ahly coach, and yeah, there's a lot, but to be honest with you, none of this in terms of the rumors has been confirmed or clarified, so it's just there and wishful thinking. But for now, this is all I have for you. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, don't forget to click a bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you will be notified.